"Cassie, you didn't lock the door." I was confused. I swear I did lock the door. My mom pushed the door open to prove to me that I didn't. I had stared at the keys in my hand. I was so confused. I was supposed to lock the door, so why didn't I? That was my first real experience with epilepsy. I didn't know what that was at the time. A few months later, my mom took me to the doctor for an official diagnosis. She had told us that I might have epilepsy and for us to be on the lookout. I was supposed to fly out the next week to see my dad. We had just hoped that he would actually listen and watch out for me. It was 5 days after my 14th birthday. The day was July 30th. I never expected for it to happen. I was asleep. My dad had said he had checked on me and my baby sister and had looked like I was having a nightmare, had woken up with a bleeding neck, a blister on my tongue, a sore jaw, and wet sheets. I felt so embarrassed because my little sister was following me around as I was cleaning up the mess, and I didn't want her to think that I was weak. My grandma was visiting us for my birthday, and she was forcing me to eat, and she was the one genuinely concerned for me. My dad, the person who was supposed to make sure I was fine and healthy and okay, forced me to call my mom and tell her that I was okay. I wasn't okay. I wasn't fine. I was hurt, confused, and scared. 2 weeks later, August 13th, was when I had my second seizure, and my little sister saw me have it. She had called out to me, "Cassie, Cassie, what are you doing?" She had told me she was scared and called out for me as I backed up in a daze and hit her dresser and fell down. My stepmom went to deal with my baby sister while my younger sister and my dad were helping me. He had put his fingers in my mouth to stop me from swallowing my tongue, which is a misconception, and had kept me on my back. He didn't listen to a single thing my mom had said. He hadn't cared enough. I felt so bad for my sister because she never knew that I had epilepsy or to watch out. All she was trying to say goodbye to me and wish me a good flight. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a hospital at 9 a.m. in Jacksonville, Florida, and not at home in Illinois with my mom. I don't remember much after that, just hearing that my mom was flying down the next day to come pick me up. She was insanely mad at my dad when they saw each other and chewed him out and said that he should have been watching me. He had some excuse of thinking she was just overreacting. And looking back, it hurt to think that he thought we were just joking around. And I know for a fact he would still say that. My third and final major seizure was August 24th of the same year, 2018. I had only been home for 10 days. School had just started. I was so scared. I just woke up from my nap. My mom was crying. My grandparents were rushing to my house at the same time as the paramedics. There was too much happening. I just wanted to go back to sleep and not worrying about what happened. The last 4 weeks had been so scary. Throughout the past 4 years of high school, I've had these small space-out seizures and have been on a lot of different medication. That, unfortunately, makes my memory of freshman and sophomore year pretty spotty. Junior year, I could tell I was close to having another seizure, but I am oddly thankful that it turned out to be a panic attack instead. We found out that same year that the seizures were anxiety-induced, and I was put on 2 different antidepressants, and they do stop the seizures. The unfortunate consequence of epilepsy is the anxiety and depression that comes with it. No one ever warned me about that part. I wasn't used to it. I was used to being a confident person who spoke her mind and who didn't care about what was happening, kind of ditzy. But now I had to deal with all of these spiraling thoughts and all of these random negative thoughts coming towards me out of nowhere that I never had. My mom told me recently that she had felt useless because she felt like all she could do was watch me suffer in silence. And just recently, as of a couple months ago, we both worked up the courage to get me into therapy, and now I've been doing better. I'm really thankful for her because she raised me to be a strong woman that I am now, and she has helped me persevere throughout this entire thing, because to be honest, I don't think that I would be doing as good as I am right now without her. So I'm really thankful for her. And so we shouldn't be afraid to talk about any of these subjects, because even though they're scary, they are a part of this insane world. And okay. I got it. And honestly, like, a lot of people have anxiety in different variations and levels, and depression as well. And epilepsy takes form, and it's surprising, but 4% of the complete world's population has it. So this shouldn't be something taboo, and people should not be, yes, you should be worried when someone says they have it, but they shouldn't treat somebody with it as weak, because we are strong people, because we persevere through it, and we take each seizure in any form with, I'm not going to say grace, but I'm not going to say grace because it's not graceful. It's not graceful if you've seen it. But we take it with stride, and we continue our lives just as normal. And so it sounds weird to say, but I'm proud to be able to, oh my God, it sounds so bad. I'm proud to be able to experience this, because it's now allowing me to figure out who I am as a person. It's just a new chapter, and it's weird. Yeah.